Hello everyone, my name is Devin and this is my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to try a little bit of a different format here and count down my top 5 worst designs of Generation 1 Pokemon. I'm going to try and make this a new series, so I'm going to go through each generation and look at my 5 favorite designs and my 5 worst designs, but it's always easy to be really negative, so that's why I'm doing worst first. Honorable mentions for this list will go to Mr. Mime and Jinx. They're both really creepy, kind of humanoid-ish looking Pokemon. They definitely creep me out, and they could have made it on the list, but I kind of forgot to add them, so they'll just go in the honorable mention spot. Anyway, probably Mr. Mime's the worst out of the two, but Jinx gives me the creeps as well. At number 5 on the list, that has to go to Voltorb and Electrode. I really don't like these Pokemon. I can kind of give Voltorb a pass because he's kind of a gimmick, you know, looks like the Pokeball. They can use that as a mechanic, because you go up and try and pick it up and then it's actually Voltorb. But Electrode, that's just really lazy. They just flip the colors around, the red and white are changed, and oh yeah, they give him a mouth now, but that's a whole new Pokemon. I don't buy it. This fake Pokeball pair is definitely worthy of number 5 on my list of top 5 worst designs from Generation 1. At number 4 on the list, I have Seal and Dewgong. And Seal's name is really awful, by the way. They couldn't come up with anything better than changing the A out for the E. But anyway, they're bad. One is small and derpy, a little Seal, and the other one's just a little bit bigger. Dewgong, you know, just a little bit bigger. That's pretty much the only difference. I can think of a dozen more awesome, unique animals that could have been chosen to base a design off for a water type, ice type Pokemon. You know, you could have done a narwhal, you could have done like an ice shark, or maybe a starfish shaped like a snowflake. I think all those would have been pretty sweet, but you know, basing it off a Seal and then having 2 of them, it just does not appeal to me. So that's number 4. At number 3 on the list, I have Dugtrio and Magneton, and these evolutions are my least favorite kind. They take one average okay Pokemon. You got Diglett, you got Magnemite. Those are okay. They're not my favorite, but whatever. And then they clump them together, just 3 of them, to make a new Pokemon somehow. The Pokemon with multiple heads, they don't bother me as much because I get how they could evolve and transform. But what if some Digletts bumped into each other in the wild? Would they all of a sudden just become a Dugtrio? Or could they split apart? I just don't really understand it, and I hate the way it looks. So that's definitely number 3. So at number 2 on the list, I have Crabby, and to some extent Kingler as well. I think their designs are just awful. It's kind of similar to the Seal and Dewgong thing, where they're really similar in appearance to the animal that they're based off of. Makes me mad every time I see these Pokemon. There have been other crab-based Pokemon since in some of the more recent games that have had more unique designs that aren't quite as bad than Crabby and Kingler. At least Kingler has a crown, but Crabby doesn't even have that. And for number 1 on my list of my least favorite Pokemon designs from Generation 1 is Grimer and Muck. Both very similar in design. They're just giant piles of some nasty sludge. And I just hate their designs. You know, at least Ditto, which is a blob, has a gimmick where he can transform into the Pokemon's. Grimer and Muck don't have that. You know, Pokemon, at least like Garbodor and Trubbish, they have at least some sort of form to them. Grimer and Muck are just, in my opinion, the worst design of Generation 1, and probably would be in my top 5 worst designs out of any Pokemon ever. So definitely not my favorites, and I never caught them playing the games and never liked getting their cards. So that's it for my list of the top 5 worst Pokemon designs from Generation 1. I love Generation 1. I think there's some great designs, so I'd like to do a list of my top 5 favorite designs in the future. If you'd like to see that, leave a comment down in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. And also let me know down in the comment section what your least favorite designs from Generation 1 are. There's some other ones that aren't so great, and I'd like to know what your opinion is. Thank you everyone for watching.